There have been all-night talks in Brussels. But will there be a post-Brexit trade deal at the end of them? The closed-door discussions are expected to finish with press conferences from both the UK and EU leaders. The UK has less than a week to secure an agreement. Otherwise, it will crash out of the bloc to trade on World Trade Organisation's or WTO terms. Evelyn Laverick begins our coverage.
The lights were on in Brussels throughout the night. Behind closed doors, the talking continued. The details of a post-Brexit trade deal, said to be oh so close, have kept the negotiators busy. An EU Commission spokesperson tweeted just after midnight, Brexit work will continue throughout the night. Grabbing some sleep is recommended to all Brexit watchers at this point. It will hopefully be an early start tomorrow morning. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen have been in regular contact by phone over the past 24 hours in an attempt to break the deadlock before Christmas. The chief negotiators have been embroiled in disputes over fishing rights and business competition rules, which for most of the last 11 months of talks have been major hurdles to an agreement. But Europe watchers say an official announcement of a deal is expected within hours. The final text is a document thought to be around 2,000 pages long. Both sides have until December the 31st, when the UK leaves EU trading rules, to get it approved by parliamentarians. But this is the European Union, and no deal is certain until it's a done deal. Evelyn Laverick, Euronews.
Let's find out more and head straight to Brussels to speak to our correspondent Effie Costa. Thank you very much, Effie. Look, how much progress was made yesterday? There's lots of murmurings that we are very close to a deal. What's giving us that impression?
Exactly, Rosie. We are in the end phase now, as an EU official was indicating already since yesterday afternoon, to a trade deal, an imminent Brexit trade deal, as everybody was describing here in Brussels. Of course, another diplomat, unsurprisingly, was clarifying that it's all about fish. But the only thing we know is that the EU was sticking to its latest proposal on transferring the 25% of fish caught by EU boats to British fishermen. Of course, the British Prime Minister wanted to be closer to its demands, which was mainly about the 60%. And of course, the phase-in, which the EU wanted to be around 6 or 7 years, and the British Prime Minister wanted to minimize it to the 3 years. Of course, what we have so far, especially from the French capital, from Paris, that they were the first to react, that the British Prime Minister made huge concessions. But of course, we have to know that instead of the technical details that negotiating teams were going through last night, and they are still doing it, of course, it's also a political game of who is finally the winner of this big and historic Brexit deal.
When might there be an announcement?
We're expecting this announcement to come shortly. We know that in a few minutes, the President of the EU Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, will speak with the British Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, to finalise latest details, to see if they agree with the final text. Of course, they are in constant contact since yesterday and since all these weeks and days. And of course, afterwards, they have to get the green light from the EU capitals. It's the final thing that it has to be done, so that in the next hour we expect the press conferences to see what the details of this trade deal that it should be secured in the next moments.
Effie, thank you very much, our correspondent there in Brussels.